It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor, would you be mine? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. All right, we are just going to pick up right where we left off. All right, we are going to attack these oxes, and then in the next video, we're going to move on to the background vocals, then the lead vocals, then we're going to add some effects, and then you guys will hear the final mix from top to bottom. All right, so once again, I hope you guys are enjoying this just as much as I am, and let's just get right into it. All right, so we got our bells here. And one thing that I like to do with the bells is 9 times out of 10, nothing. But for this particular stance, Personas has a beautiful, beautiful preset called Vibes in the Fat Channel presets here, and that's exactly what we're going to use. We're going to use that, of course, make our adjustments for everything else, and we are asking ourselves, what do we want to do with these bells? Well, I want the bells to cut through just a little bit, and of course, when we add the reverb and blah 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 blah, it will just sound so much better. So we go here, go to our keyboards and vibes. All right, so let's just take a listen to before and after. Here we go. Really as that attack, you can really hear, like, feel that bell coming in, okay? And not 9 times out of 10, that's all I really do to it. I don't compress it or anything else. If it's just too loud, I'll turn it down from the actual plugin itself. Like, I know it's like adding 3 dB. Let's just get rid of that for right now. Um, yeah, I don't compress it at all. I just let it cut through, okay? So let's listen to that in the mix. All right, I believe that is cutting through very, very well. I like it, and that's all I really do to that, okay? Let's move on to this synth pluck here. This is how the song starts off. Okay, so off rip, what do I want to do? I want this to go from speaker to speaker. Okay, I actually want it to pan like do, 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 do. That's what I want it to do. So we are going to get our X trim by Personas. And we are going to use the pan and slow pan sweep. We're going to set this down. Let's just go fourth for right now, like about at 50%, and see what happens. Okay, of course it'll have reverb and everything else on it, but we're just trying to get the way that the sound is going to shape and mold that sound. It's a little bit of stuff in the low mid area that I personally don't like. So what do we get? We get our hefty Pro EQ. All right, let's take a listen. All right, so what I'm doing, I just want to just warm it up just a little bit. That's why I just took out some 3 dB at 1K. Just want to just warm it up. It's not supposed to be like a super like type of let's just say like EDM type thing. Just want to warm it up, make it inviting. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm searching for, and that's what the goal that I'm trying to accomplish with that. And I don't know if you heard that when I turned off the mid frequency. It was like a little resonance type of thing. I'll let you guys listen. Let you guys listen to it again. Little EQ goes a long way, guys. I just added 1 dB in the low mid area, trimmed out a little bit at 1K, about 3 dB. That's it. You know, that's all I'm going to add to that. Let's see how it sounds. Yep, you can still hear it cut through even with all those guitars and everything going. All right, now let's move on to this synth lead right here called Pure Soft. I love this thing. Now, I know we are going to cover the effects in another video, but for the sound that I'm looking for with this, I am going to add some chords to it already. Let you guys listen to it real quick. All right, so what we want to do, we're just going to add just a little bit of chorus to this. Gonna add some chorus just to give it like a little bit of, just to make it a little interesting. All right, so now we're just going to add a little bit of distortion to it. All right, and then we'll like add our reverbs and delays later. All right, so now I got the tone that I want. Now let's shape out and scoop out any surgical things that may need to happen. But with this one, we're actually going to play it with the music instead of solo. All right, here we go. All right, I like the way that sounds. Of course, with reverb and delay, it'll sound even better. All right, let's move on to these strings here. As you can see, I got a string bus, so we're going to treat these the exact same. And let's just take a listen to what these sound like. Okay, so I definitely want that top end to be a little bit more brighter. So what I actually like to use on strings is the good old hefty API. I love this thing. All right, so what we're gonna do is just find out what we do and do not like. All right, so I know around 7K. No, let's just go 5K for now. I do want to boost that up, get those highs. And the low mids, I'm going to scoop at 700. All right, let's see what that sounds like. And I believe that sounds absolutely phenomenal. I am going to boost a little bit at 100 just so we can get those low strings in there. Here we go. All right, I believe that sounds pretty fantastic. And it's going to compress a little bit. Personas has this preset for strings that I like. So that's what we're going to use. All right, and make our adjustments. You know, definitely has more control. Definitely has a little bit more separation when we add our compressor, and I believe that is beautiful. Okay, let's take a listen. All right, let's go to one unique sound in our auxes right here. It doesn't come in till later. As you can see, there's nothing there. Um, it only comes in at the ending. It's like a, I don't even know how to even explain this. It's like a bell type pad slash arpeggiator. It's something. It was very, very beautiful. So let's just listen to what that sounds like. Thought that was a very, very unique sound. I was like, oh, okay, that could work. I can definitely use that. Why? I don't know. It just felt good. You know, not out of 10, I always just choose sound that feels good instead of what actually makes sense sometimes. But hey, it is what it is. All right, let's just listen. So we did some boosting in this one. We trimmed out the highs, we trimmed out the lows. Okay, and we just boosted in that upper mid range to lower mid range as well, so we can get the that low registers and also get the high registers. Okay, so that's what we did with that. Let's see how it sounds. All right, so as you guys could hear, it's like you really don't hear the notes like in the music, but when I take it out, you could say like, oh snap, something is missing. So it's just mainly used just to fill up space, just fill up the spectrum a little bit. It really the only purpose is just for that, just to fill up the spectrum. And I'm not gonna add any compression or anything to that because that just sounds fine. Because I'll even play it again from the top where you hear that something is there. You can't tell what it is doing, but if I take it out, you know it's something missing. All right, so let's just listen to it again. You know what I mean? So I just think it really, really adds something to that ending. Okay, now we're gonna move on to the organ. All right, the organ, our good old hefty organ. Shout out to James. All right, so off rip, what I like to do with organs, we're gonna add the rotor. Okay, it is Personas's version of Leslie. I do like more lows in my organ rather than highs, so we're gonna bring that back to for a song like this, I should say. We're gonna make the woofer speed about right there. Turn our drive to like about 150. All right, the distance, and we can kind of bring that in a little bit. All right, let's see what we got. All right, guys. So I believe that sounds good. You know, he's sitting right there in the pocket. Got our organ going. Got everything there, sitting right in the pocket. And now we are going to move on to the background vocals, all right? Hope you guys are learning something. Hope you guys are enjoying this journey, and I'll see you in the next video.